Hello everyone, welcome back to Forza Horizon 4. I am Max, or M Flareman, and today we are going to be checking out the 2018 Mercedes-AMG E63S. I just unlocked this car from completing the 50% in the winter season, and we are going to jump in here, get some impressions of its stock, see how it drives, see how it sounds, and then we're going to take it back and we're going to do some cool little upgrades and take it back out on the road. So let's jump into it. Look at this thing. I love that silver Mercedes paint. Red calipers there. It's got the beautiful AMG wheels, the quad exhaust, and the carbon fiber. Man, this is a really, really awesome car. Plenty of storage in the back, but that's not what we're here for. You can even see the carbon fiber mirrors. Let's take a look under the hood before we keep going. Oh, this is most certainly a modern Mercedes, as plastic is covering literally everything. We don't need to see any more of that. Let's jump into the interior and take a look. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is amazing. Alright, let's close the door here. We can see the seat adjustments, the sound system, the window switches, the gas, carbon fiber everywhere. I think it's time we start it up and go for a drive, though. Oh, that sounds good. And all the screens have lit up. Wow. It shakes, man. It rumbles. It's even got some little boost figures there and some torque and some horsepower. We have 0.0 miles on the clock. Let's go change that right now. Initial impressions, it is very, very, very powerful, very gripped up too, even in the slippery roads of winter here on Horizon 4. Brakes actually feel really good for a car this big. A little bit of muffled sound in the interior, but it still sounds pretty good. Wow, this thing, I'm actually really surprised. On stock suspension, it actually doesn't have a ton of body roll. Pretty direct steering. Okay, so it slides a little bit. Don't worry, we're going to make it slide plenty when we're done. Alright, so it's got a little bit of drifting here, but I believe this car is all-wheel drive, which means that we won't be sliding it out too much. Again, it just sounds so good. Mercedes AMG's engines, so good. Whoa. And that dashboard view. Oh. You can see all the Mercedes settings there. We have 3.3 miles on the clock now. You've got all those settings right there. The carbon fiber across the dash is amazing looking. Into hood view now. Let's get some more exhaust clips before we go in and upgrade this thing. It doesn't sound as good from the hood view as it does from this exterior view. You get a little bit more rumble. A little bit of backfire there. We're going to pull into this house here and start to upgrade this thing. Into the upgrade screen here. First, let's look at engines. The 5.2 liter V10, I believe that is out of, yep, that is out of the Huracan, I believe. V12, yep, that is from the Aventador. And then whoa, you can put the CLK GTR engine in this? Wow, that is really crazy. 75,000 credits for that swap. Yep, it was all-wheel drive. You can swap it back to rear-wheel drive at the cost of making it top of A class. We're not going to swap the engine for right now. Let's look at some body parts. A Brabus kit? Oh my god. Okay, that's going on. It changed the front emblem. It made a bunch of carbon fiber parts. Wow, that looks really good. So we're just going to do the same. Okay, so there's it's kind of a smaller spoiler. I'm actually not really a fan of that Brabus spoiler. Of course, you have the Forza arrow, but nobody wants that. And then you can go wingless. I don't know what I'm going to go with. I think I'll just keep the stock wing. And then the only rear bumper option is the Brabus kit with the different exhaust surrounds, the rain light, and the carbon fiber diffuser, as well as the carbon fiber badging. So put that on as well. Wheels and tires, we're going to come back to this after... Oh, spacers. Let's put those on. And then we'll come back to wheels and tires once the rest of it's set up. We're going to keep the stock engine in it right now, and we're going to see how much we can upgrade this thing, how powerful we can make it, because I think those turbos are going to be a big factor to this car's performance. 910 horsepower. This thing could, just shy of 1,000 horsepower. Let's put some new brakes on here. Good thing that they're the same color calipers. In case you're wondering what your Drift E63S could look like, there you go. We're going to put it on race suspension though. Fully upgrade our handling modifications here. Fully strip the weight out of this thing, making it weigh 3,400 pounds with 932 horsepower. The roll cage in the back, that actually looks pretty good, but we're not going to put that in there as it adds weight. Now for our final transmission upgrades. And then we're going to go over to tires. We're going to put snow tires on this because we are in winter, but they will change over at the end of the season to race tires. 295 tires on the front and 325s on the rear. That is some serious width. Now let's look at wheels. ADV1s look amazing on this car. Wow. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to have to go with those. Those look amazing. What kind of tire size can we have? 21 inches. I think I might do that. It looks pretty good. Yep. Wow, wow, wow. I don't even know if I want to change the color on this thing. And there goes 77,000 credits on a fully upgraded Mercedes E63S. I think we'll come back and we will try the CLK engine swap though. I'm pretty interested to see how that thing handles. But for now, we're going to go back out and drive it some more. See how this thing handles with a fully upgraded engine. Oh, this Brabus kit looks amazing. It makes you wonder if in future updates, when more Mercedes come to this game, if they're going to add Brabus kits for those vehicles as well. I almost can't even shift fast enough. And it's got amazing brakes now too. It feels much, much lighter, much more movable. You can really move this thing around the road. Whoa. 140, 150, 160, top of 6th gear. It's going to hit close to 190. I wonder how many gears this thing actually has. So I've given this car 95% rear power bias, meaning it only has 5% front wheel power bias. So it is really, really, really close to rear wheel drive. Not quite rear wheel drive, but it's very close. Let's see how it drifts. I am impressed. Wow. I don't even have it at 100% and it's sliding like this. I mean, it is winter, and but I'm also on, I should mention, maxed out tires. So I'm basically running the most grip possible, and I'm still able to slide it. Except for that. That was not a good slide. I'm also not on drift suspension, I'm on race suspension, so I don't have as much steering angle as I would if I was on drift suspension. So I think if I changed the tire grip up a little bit and gave it drift angle, this thing would be an amazing drift car. I mean, you're just seeing right now, it already slides fantastically. I mean, look at that. It's just the perfect amount of drift, perfect amount of angle, and then you can still grip up coming out of the corner. Feels amazing. But I think we're going to jump back to the festival, put the CLK GTR V12 engine in this thing, and see how fast it'll really go. I'll see you there. So we're back at the festival. Let's throw that V12 in there. Dang, that's going to be expensive. But we can twin turbo it as well, and that's already at 800 horsepower, and I haven't even modified the engine yet. 887. Wow. Yeah, this thing is going to pick up way more power. And with that 95% power bias in the back, it might drift even better than it did on the stock engine. Almost 1,000. There it is, 1,002. 1,300 horsepower just from the turbos alone. Almost 1,400 horsepower in this car. That's the difference between stock turbos, 1,066 horsepower, and race twin turbos at 1,371 horsepower. That was 120,000 credits as well, so if you're gonna swap that engine into this car, be ready to spend some money. Let's go out and see how it drives, but first, we're gonna change the diff bias just a little bit so then I don't have to worry as much about crashing the absolute crap out of this thing and then having to get a new E63S. Onto the highway now, almost 1,400 horsepower in this thing. And it sounds amazing. They really must have changed the CLK GTR sound because I do not remember it sounding like this. We're already in 8th gear, 233 miles an hour. I'm sure with some serious top speed testing, you could get this thing going incredibly fast. Almost 260. There it is. 260, 265. Wow, a 270 mile an hour. There's another gear. 9th gear. Wow. That was more of an overdrive gear, so we didn't get a lot of speed out of that. I'm going to change the gear ratios, and we're going to go at that again and see if I can hit 270 miles an hour in this absolute beast of a sedan. Attempt number 3, and we're already at 140. Over halfway there now. Let's try and avoid this traffic here. Up into 8th gear. Man, I am just not used to how fast this thing is. I had no idea it was going to be so quick. 260, 265, 267, 268, 269. I think I just need to stay on the downhill, and I'll be able to get it. 268. 269. Up into 8th. This is where we really got to make up our speed on this downhill. Avoid the traffic. Avoid the wall. We're good. Now let's just stay focused on that speedometer. 262. 266. 268. 269. 269 is the ceiling of the top speed of this car. I was sitting at 269 on that downhill for so long and it wasn't doing anything. Which I guess means that that is the top speed of this thing. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for watching the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Like the video if you want to see more gameplay of the E63S AMG on the channel. Comment what cars you want to see next, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.